Hello, my name is Joanne. This is one of my raised bed gardens. I have 67 raised bed gardens in my big garden. And right now I need to dig out these. There's a blackberry and a Bianca currant in here. Unfortunately, they've gotten completely entangled with thistles. And it looks like they've also gotten entangled with what I call clovers, but I know they have another name. So I'm going to use a broad fork, or not a broad fork, I'm going to use a pitchfork today. And the reason is because one, the soil is very dry. I'm going to pull the thistles out and put them separate so that I can let them be disposed of properly. I don't put them in my compost because my compost does not get hot enough, and I don't trust it to get hot enough. Although I did see that you could take thistles, and this is a thistle. A thistle is what I used to call a pricker plant as a kid. So if you hear me referring it to a pricker plant, that's what it is. It's just got these, little spikes on the end of its flowers. I hope you can see that. Let's see. And the other thing about thistles is there are some varieties of thistles that have terrible root systems that go sideways. Mine mostly go down. So see how that root is straight? There's not a lot. This is something else here. There is some roots that go sideways, but mostly it just goes down. So my thistles are easy to pull. I just have to pull them before they flower. And, oops, where's the camera? And there's the flower head. And you can see by those white that there is a lot of them that flowered, unfortunately. So I'm really going to have to stay on top of this. So I will make thistles my weed of the day today, even though I have other weeds I got to contend with, which are, you can see this, oops, this side. It's a clover. It's not actually a clover. It's called something else. I'll post the name on. I've always called it a clover. I don't have my mic on today, so I'm probably not going to talk too much. Yes, I will. But I'm going to say I'm not going to talk too much. I went in the house 3 times to get my microphone. I managed to get my water. I managed to get a Band-Aid. I managed to get something else. Now I don't even remember. And every time I went back in to get I forgot. So we're without the microphone right now. But see, these are all coming up straight. Some thistles will have runners on them where they run sideways. I think that might be a variety thing. And then, of course, Creeping Charlie. That's my Creeping Charlie. I did take care of this bed. I think I even posted this one being, or at least I put it in both of my garden tours. You can see the first one wasn't so bad, and then this one is awful. So I'm just making a pile here in front of the bed of thistles because I don't have my bucket. Otherwise, I'd have to be doing 20 more trips into the house. So, although I think my bucket might be on my wagon. I have a little wagon. I found that a little wagon just helps me out. I can put my tools on there. But of course, I've gotten a bigger wagon now. I have things on there that I might use once or twice. But I find the wagon just helps because then everything's in one spot. These are really coming out easy, which I'm surprised. The ground is very dry. This is my soil, as you can see. It's crumbling. There's no sticking to it. But if I can get the weeds out, that's fine. Usually it helps if the soil is moist. But my soil is my raised bed soil is very nice. It was built up with topsoil and compost. And then I did about 3 years of compost as my mulch. But I'm finding now that the compost as a mulch just isn't, and so I've seen some research done online. The compost just isn't working as a great mulch for me anymore. And I heard it described one way that sometimes things work until all of a sudden they don't work. And I just wasn't getting the moisture holding capacity with the compost. So I've switched to the seedling straw, I'm not sure what that's called. And that seems to be better. But these are really coming out easy, holy cow. And now you can see my bed is now dressed for success. Bianca Currant and Blackberry. This is bed number 7-2. So bed 7-2 is cleaned up again and ready to go. Sometimes I wonder if I leave the weeds just because I like popping them so much. So enjoy the rest of your day. Happy gardening.